Okay. Yo. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Look at my squad! Oh my, yes! It's time! Fontaine. It's time. It's time, everybody. Here we go! Archon Quest!
Good old caravan rebat.
Factual information.
Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here?
I think we were dealing with Dia.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
I was not even damn close. Good memory.
So much time has already passed since then.
Or has it?
And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
I would think so.
Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yeah, but it's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next?
Who knows what will happen next?
Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Hey, yo, you know how many freaking nations I've saved, and we're about to go to another one. I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon. Yeah, talk, you'll talk.
Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out! Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
But it is. We meet Dia first? I mean, okay, I'm down for this.
Oh, it's Dia!
J-Kage is gonna have a field day.
Just wandering around. We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Yes, ma'am.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
Is she about to give us like a little, like some hints on like Fontaine? Oh, never mind, Cub.
Huh? You serious?
Cub was like, wait a minute. Hold it up. Yo ass ain't going there just yet.
Can't say I saw that coming.
How, bro?
But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
No, I've been so invested in Sumeru, and it's the first time I really got to fully experience a region. I guess besides Mondstadt technically, and Liwa. But that was so long ago. And Inazuma, I took like a long ass break, and when I came back, Inazuma was like already like, it was like 2.1 or something. So I was like, whoa, what's going on? But now we're just so like, it just felt so right. So, okay. But yeah, Dia's right.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Hey man, listen. You got if phones be invented, I don't know how the hell they invent that yet. You can hit my phone up anytime, so you know.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
I think we'll be fine.
Thanks, but no need.
Yeah, we'd be alright.
Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
I hope so. Maybe we get some more Dottore like stuff going on, or is he coming to Fontaine? I don't know.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways.
Wow, really? I had no idea.
You two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Like right now.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet.
Oh my god.
Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Hey, you know, Paimon, actually, there's a dish that I haven't tried yet. It's called Paimon. Head-ass boy, what the hell is you doing? With your fancy-ass hat. Where are you going?
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything.
Actually, that would be
Sad enough
nice.
to see you go like this.
That would actually have been kind of lit. Like, I'm not even going to cap. But it's not like... We didn't say goodbye to everybody? I guess we're just leaving? We didn't even say goodbye to, like... Damn.
Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you.
Talk about me, girl.
Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
I guess that's also true, but y'all ain't just, I just heroes, and y'all, you my slimes, you my dogs.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
She'll know from our dreams anyway.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
I guess this is goodbye for now.
Yep. Get your ass on. I'm ready.
Goodbye,
I'm
dear.
sorry.
Bye-bye, Sumeru.
She's so damn fine, bro. It's a damn shame that she's mid. After settling matters, you approach the board. We're there? We're just there? We're here in the mix? We're getting cutscene. Oh my god, this is it. Oh my god! Oh my god! The music! Yes! Oh! I could, oh! Hey, end the video, bruh. I'm done. I'm good, fam. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, that's something over there. Viewpoint. Absolutely. Source Water Nation. Hey, we about to be dripped out, if you know what I'm saying.
Wait.
Okay, so where do we go? That wasn't even the damn quest. This is the quest. We gotta just go. What the hell is over here? Wait, okay, this nation's actually freaking massive. Okay. I'm expecting hella lag because it's a new area, new resources gonna be loaded in. It happens every damn time. But I'm ready. I don't give a damn. I'm ready. I'm recording all of this. Got it all on film. And it's for mainly my archive. Dude, okay. This is like, oh my, it's like a beach. Is that? Oh, never mind. I thought that was Sumatra Coast, but that's over there. Or Samudra Coast. Yo. There's no mobs over here, which is actually really nice. Are those the Fontaine huts, bruh? What is this? Oh! Our first Pachamora. Thank you very much. We'll be taking that. Yo, oh my, we're here, bro. We're here. Why is the FX so damn loud? Alright. Here we go. That water is so loud. What the? Wait, is that a new mob? I don't think those are new. I think I've actually seen those before. Dude. Is this real life? Is this fantasy? Here we go. We're just going. Who's Ka? Is that a person up there? Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh my god, we're doing it. It's so loud over here, though. I don't think y'all understand the damn water. There's a Hydroculus. It's a Hydroculus? Yes, sir! I can't even do the music because the water's so loud. Oh, but it sounds nice, whatever I'm listening to. Oh my, yo, this is finna... Oh, here we go. Okay, the closer we get. From Maritime Harbor, here we are, bro.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it.
It was not that far.
Oh, this must be Fontaine's port.
Ah, there's a melon seed. Ah, I can't even believe I'm doing this right now. I'm sorry.
Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine.
Hey, graphics.
Paimon's heard that the industry here
Keep
is
up with me.
extremely developed.
Keep up with me, please.
All kinds of unusual machines.
It's even more impressive than I expected.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice.
Oh my god.
But maybe it would be better if we found something to do.
Fam, we got a whole lot going on.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's go. Look at the... It's so cute. Just look at it go by. That's how they all walk.
Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Our journey is to find my sibling. Always.
The more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like?
Oh, we already know.
Well,
She's
can-
sassy as hell.
Nahida said that she has a very unique personality. Whatever that means.
Yeah, thinking emoji.
To
I
learn
understand.
about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems
True.
to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Okay, let's get it then. Let's get it. Yes. I'm ready.
If you ask me,
Oh.
it's a tragedy how things ended for him.
Huh?
Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Someone passed away?
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family.
Uh-huh, okay.
I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Look at her drip. Yo, Fontaine drip. I always knew it was gonna be crazy. Elegant.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hello? There's a damn Lynette, right?
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Somebody got bodied.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here.
How could you tell?
You probably don't know
They
that
always
the
say
Fontaine
that.
Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Okay, so the Fontaine Court of Justice is... Okay, so we know... Okay, so from the 4.0 preview, we know that this courthouse is like their main area, really? And it's based off of people's opinions on their system. Like, their energy source is based on people's, beliefs on the justice system. I don't know how the hell they got that. So they see Charles as sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that?
Facts.
Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
If you hear a big-ass stump, by the way, it's me putting down my water bottle. Yes, I'm drinking water in the nation of Fontaine. Wow, who would have thunk?
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette.
Yeah, that guy. Hot as hell, by the way. Let me just look at the environment real quick. I love how more bluish and just more, like, the color of grass makes me kind of feel like Inazuma a little bit. It's not like a super green grass. It's like a more... It's like a harder green. That doesn't... It's not like a lighter green. It's
As well as
like
the
a darker
Oratrice
green.
Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
What the hell did
A
she just
machine
say?
between the machine and the Chief Justice. False charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
A judgment device created by the Archon. So this is the nation of justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Apparently we're very famous here, so we should be able to, like... It should not be that difficult.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
I gotta make an appointment? Hell nah. Make an appointment for right now
Is the
o'clock.
Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Nouvelette.
Monsieur Nouvelette. See, I'm gonna be practicing my French in this motherfucker, bro. And I'm gonna do horrible.
Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the Hydro Archon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House.
Traveler Caesar.
But who knows how long
she sees
an
Lynette.
appointment will take. Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
Could you not see the big ass cat? Freaking girl.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Oh, bro.
Maybe we better go check on her.
Yeah, that's probably a good ass idea. Yes, sir! We are starting!
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself.
Houseway.
I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It
In
was just
Sumeru?
atop that hill over there.
Y'all were in Sumeru? I mean, I guess they are right next to each other.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
The sea level rose, right? So there's a hill that they would always go on that's pretty much no longer a hill.
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged.
Yeah.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories.
Damn.
It won't be long before it swallows us.
That was from the special. That was from the trailer. That little bar right there.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't either.
Ah,
Oh, there he
We've
is.
had the pleasure of meeting.
There he is.
Are you Lynette's new friends?
Ain't no damn friends. We just met 2 seconds ago.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern.
New banger. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. I think this is more of an evening tune.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny.
Yeah, go
and
on.
This is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
How'd you know?
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
I could just say doesn't instead of seldom. Like, nah, they fancy. What am I on about?
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
I mean, you always talk. That's what you do. That's hardly anything left for me to say with you around.
So that's how you think it is?
Yes!
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now.
Is that so?
Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
What else are we supposed to do?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
I guess not.
Hello, traveler.
What did he? Oh, we got a handshake? Dab me up, cuz! Why did he look at her for so long?
And hello, Paimon.
What? Is that supposed to be a handshake?
Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Oh.
You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now.
That was easy.
By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact,
Where's
I was
Celestia?
planning to go to the Opera House later myself.
Isn't it right up there?
I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Oh, shoot. Here we go. I gotta switch to the Traveler because we got a resonance with Hydro. Yeah, hey, give me 1 second, bro. I'll hate them, I'm sorry. That mid-ass animation. Come on, man.
This world is full of...
Yeah, alright. Alright. Yeah, let's get a little cannon here. I guess we gotta walk. Isn't she like right up there? Wasn't she like all oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, I guess not. Oh, who the hell?
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Is that on fax? Oh, they got a performance? Oh. Oh, they got a little military squad. She's here already, Chlorinde? Oh my lord. Have mercy on my soul, ma'am. There she is. There's the Hydro Archon, bro. Hey.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
Is that easy?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand,
Oh, the
and
drip?
those with nothing at all. Raise your glasses in celebration.
The drip?
If you don't have one, then just raise your hand and leave.
Woo-wee! With nothing at all, raise your glass at celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Wait, is that a
As
Sumeru
you
dude?
can all see,
Ooh!
unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our
She
nation.
got hella drip.
Come,
Good lord.
Let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion, who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Okay, we get a little. Oh my goodness, look at the drip on this woman.
Is she talking about us?
Man, who the hell else would she be talking about? Oh, this music goes stupid, bro.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
Just what we
Here
needed.
is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me
Okay.
is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
Now look at her hat, yo.
I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
That's because we have.
But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
Well, she's the Archon. You gotta, you know, she gotta make a grand entrance and stuff. I'm not that surprised.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding.
Bruh.
Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent.
I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Okay, so you're Nahida too. Okay.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself. Very true.
Oh? What's with these looks?
We said she was sassy at the
Perhaps
start.
the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
What the hell did we say?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
I don't know.
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see him. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another
duel?
land, just as you were hoping to see.
A duel? Wait, she... Don't tell me she has a boss fight.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Bring it on. I guess. I'll whoop your ass. Chlorine, what you got on? I'm finna whoop this out of y'all. That's for damn sure.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Oh yeah, she full of herself all the way. We will rock your shit.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her
Oh,
people?
we get to hear her voice. Oh, jeez.
Stand down, Clorend.
Chlorine.
I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior.
And I used dual blade.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
So what are you trying to say?
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
How, Sway?
All right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Okay, I'm already feeling like they're capping because their energy system is like I said before, their energy system is determined on their beliefs of the justice system. I feel like they lying. I don't know why.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use
Like
it.
they actually don't like the justice system at all and like the laws that they have, but I don't know, because of something happening, they gotta be like, yeah, all right.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Oh, okay, so she just feeds off of people's support. Okay. I'm already starting to understand.
How exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Yeah, and we haven't committed any crime. We just pulled up to the set.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
What the hell have I done?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted
Oh
to
my
release any
God.
flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
What kind of BS is...
Are clearly guilty of violating this law.
Oh, yeah. Now, they capping. They capping off the rip. Like, these people like, yeah, all right, I want to see The justice system, it works so well. No, it don't, bro. What are these laws?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
We love Farina. Like, no the hell you don't. What kind of, the first 3 of every month? Like, what?
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely. Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
I order the bullshit.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun.
Finally, y'all say
but
something.
If you would allow me to interject,
please.
I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
But she floats, and she's not an object.
You tell her, Linny. Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Really? Okay. Wait, what? Wait, on me? The hell? He linked us? Huh?
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
When Liddy patted you in the... Oh. What is it, string?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon
this
should be
song is a
classified
bop,
as,
dude.
Something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to
Okay,
think.
what the hell does that mean?
It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Wait, that was a whole setup?
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved.
Bro, what is
God,
going on?
Not bring charges against an innocent person.
Okay, I remember Lenny saying some stuff like, none of this is real, it's all a show. We have to keep that in mind.
But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
You have the authority to do that?
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Toodaloo! Where she just walk away? What the hell just happened? Yo, this song goes stupid. I can't even hold y'all. Like, I just been, like, consciously listening to it in the background.
Just like that. She's gone.
But it's got a hell of a beat to it.
That's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen.
Tell me about it.
He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Did you know that was going to happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy.
Oh, what? So she technically wasn't floating because she was connected to Traveler? That don't make no damn sense.
So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Yeah, damn mess.
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Confusing is a good way to point it.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
Whoa!
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Interesting, dude. How are they gonna tie that together?
And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
Yeah, so we got a lot. We know kind of how that's gonna go.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
I guess the hell so.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Splendid.
Let's go.
In that case, why don't we go together?
Okay.
I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer.
I always need my damn help.
This is a magical item known as a magic pocket.
Huh?
Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Okay. What the hell? It's a bag. Is that what your cat is? Your little magic cat is?
What are they going to use it for?
About that.
No, the cat comes out of his hat.
You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Really?
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Okay.
That sounds pretty gloomy.
Yeah.
Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia.
Oh.
But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Are we gonna take them down? Kind of like in Sumeru, we put a lot of water levels down, but now the water is engulfing our memories.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them.
Magic pockets?
As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
If the prophecy is true, then there is no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Alright, we can finally move. Let's go! Oh my god, that is so loud! Distribute magic pockets to the... Oh, okay, we just gotta stay here. Bro, the statue's right there, man! Come on! Alright, what's good?
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
Oh, your ass finna keep it.
What?
Your ass finna take
You
it.
mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh,
Oh?
we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
Please just take it for the love of God.
All right, I'll take it.
Good.
I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Well, Cole, what the hell does it mean then, bro? So stupid ass. Alright, what's this? Etienne? I can't pronounce any of these damn names.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
It's all good, homeboy.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything.
This was not my idea.
I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Okay. There's one more dude over here. We can't dive here. Maybe we will be able to later. I don't know. Okay, this motherfucker. Galathy.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Okay, that was surprisingly easy. But okay.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets?
Yeah.
That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
No kidding.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
How weird is it that they're right next to the hot-ass desert? I don't know why that just
Is
kind of...
there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
That's all we do in this game is collect materials.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
Where are we going? Okay, this way. Alright, so we're kind of going a little bit away from the harbor now. And we're getting to some newer territory here. Dude. Gosh. So gorgeous.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
You know what that means.
Propagate!
Alright. Well, I'll just go to Sing Show, I guess. Here, I'll take Raiden out.
May knowledge guide you.
Okay, Sing Show?
Rain outlines your fate.
Fibery Romaritime flowers. What's this? Marcote? Okay. Alright, we got him.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
fine, though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
What?
Wait, shh.
Oh.
Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
No. Who that is?
What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief.
Bruh.
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing.
Oh.
Watch her movements carefully.
Okay. Oh, she just grabbed something from his pocket. Oh! It's kind of clean, though. It's kind of clean. He didn't even notice.
Oh, he's right.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Understood.
All right, let's go.
Hydro, Traveler, and the Tower. Let's freaking go, bro. Finally. There's the dog. Wait, I want to go this way. What's up, doggy? His name is Baguette! His name is Baguette! Yes! 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 Hopefully we still get a Baguette sword sometime in the future. Oh! Go to upper level towards Fontaine. Here we freaking go, baby. Here we freaking go. Now we're really going to Fontaine. Here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? This is taking absolutely forever. Yeah, see, I feel you. I feel that one, brother. We can't even see how... Oh. Dang, are we almost there? Oh my god, this is taking actually quite some time. I guess it's just gonna, when it hits higher 0 meters, then we'll be there. Ah! Ah! There's a puppy! There's a puppy over there. Wait, there's stuff over here. Fables de Fontaine! Give me the Hydroculus. It's an Aqua Bus! Oh my god, dude. I can't right now. Investigate. Okay. Let's continue with this, though.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
This motherfucker is not even... Oh, there she go.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Time to make the arrest! Oh, there she go.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction. What should we do? Should we chase her?
Block this path.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
That's actually possible, yeah. There's no sign of the thief. Hey, Lenny, what you doing, bro?
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Let's go find Lenny.
Yeah, let's...
Okay, so are we going right back down, bro? We just got up here. Hey, don't even do a damn thing.
Are you sure?
You gotta
that's
be
all
kidding
she
me, bro.
took?
Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier.
Stupid ass.
Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
So can we unlock the statue?
Were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle,
Oh.
and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Bruh.
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
Yes, you know how painful that is?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine.
We should get the damn statue. Hello? Yo, wait, is this all Sumeru right here? It is. It's like over here. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. Looking at it from there.
Even the longest
Oh.
voyage is just a short line.
Hey, you got to hey, are we gonna? Oh, almost fell off. Dude, it feels so weird being far away from everything. Okay, here we go. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Ah! Oh, that's... Oh, okay, there's 3 statues. Oh, okay. Wow, the boss is already here. Poison, West Slope of Mont Atsomneki? I don't know, bruh. Is this an artifact domain? Yes, it is. This is the new artifacts. Okay, sweet. Did light just start flooding from the Statue of the Seven? That's so weird. A rush of water? It certainly is the nation. Yeah, right. The light wasn't normal at all. You didn't feel uncomfortable? The water is speaking to me. Like, Paimon's gonna believe you. Maybe it's because of all that hydro energy. Paimon heard that in Fontaine, if you can use elemental energy properly, you can even swim underwater. Maybe you can even find sunken treasure. Paimon will leave diving for treasure to you. Paimon will stand on the shore and wait for you. You could try doing something for... But being in the water is scary. Yeah, wait, does Paimon not explore with us underwater? What if Paimon accidentally gets swept in a current and gets all turned around and dizzy? Just like before. Paimon met you back in Mondstadt, then I'll fish you out again. Really? Then maybe Paimon could try going underwater with you. You better not go back on your word. Fontaine's Blessing! A mysterious power that flows out from a statue to imbue you with the blessing of the transoceanic source water. Your progress will remain unhindered so long as you are moving throughout the lakes of Fontaine. Oh... Under the protection of transoceanic source water, what you expend while moving underwater is not stamina, but aquatic stamina. As such, when your aquatic stamina is expended, you will not drown. Bet. Now let me worship. Wait. Hydro Sigil. Fontaine's trying to. Oh, it looks so cool with the blue. I love that. Okay, I need to resonate with y'all though. Let me resonate. Oh, hey! Woo-hoo-hoo! Ah, crap! They're level 1 again. Oh Lord. Okay, what does he do?
Go!
What the heck was that? Wait, do that? Oh, I can hold it. Stop it! Can I just
go?
Okay, that was actually kind of lit. That was actually kind of lit. Okay, here we go. We're doing something. I forgot what we were doing, but we're doing something. Oh, we're going to the court. That's right. Cutscene? Dang, Paimon! Hurry, wait up.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an
Yep,
ingenious
and
way
I
to get around.
cannot wait.
People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
How does this become dull? I'm sorry, but how?
Even when I'm riding.
You don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the 2 of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Oh.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
Yeah, I would know.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Alrighty. So I'm still like, are there Oh, that was Charlotte. Oh yeah, Charlotte pulling up to the mix. Did she just get on with us? Oh.
Huh?
What it is, Charlotte?
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Yeah, what it is. We're here.
Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
I want to see the view,
Yeah,
bruh.
it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have a Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
I'm sure they already know each other. Look at that all back there. It looks like Inazuma a little bit.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place.
How crazy is that?
So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle. For example,
Oops.
reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships.
Whoa.
Or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
But that's not really the kind of news you're after.
Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could
The
shake
music.
the country.
The music,
These
bro.
smaller stories are a waste of my talents.
I want to see ya.
Oh, I just remembered. I've
wanna
been
look
following
around.
a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
Is this music serious?
Right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Damn.
And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in
This
common is that the
music,
girls all
are
of
y'all
a similar
serious,
age,
bro?
And that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found.
Oof.
Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection
We've
with
gone that
Shortly
far.
after each
This thing
arrest,
goes so
another
slow.
disappearance would always happen.
There must be more than one criminal at work.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every
That's
case
where you
has
go
some
diving!
precise truth behind it.
That's where you go
Will be
diving!
exposed.
Y'all see it over there? The
Yes,
fish?
I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Continue talking. Dang, we're already there? This music, y'all, every time they nail it.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Ah!
No, what the freak is this? Damn it.
Oh, what is the music? Ah! Oh my gosh. We're freaking here. Look at, bro. It's not just random grasslands anymore. It's like it's a city.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us
I
as
hope
well.
so too.
The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
The
If you
Opera
don't
House.
mind, how about we stop by my home first?
What?
Besides,
Okay.
I still have all the materials we collected.
I guess we still have time before the Opera House
Sure,
performance.
we wouldn't mind at all. This is so huge.
True.
Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
I need to hear that one song that was playing in the 3.8 special program when they teased Fontaine first. But all this other music, heat. Oh, that's a thing! What is that? What is that? I've always wanted to know what that is. Oh, we're here, bro. We're freaking here, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so new and unique, and I love it. Yo, this is not. Worry. Wait, where's the next statue? Okay, we're close. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Is the sewers? Okay, we can't do anything with those. I don't even know what to say right now, bro. Can we do anything with that? Maybe. That must be like an energy source. Look, we're here. I can't believe it. We're actually here in Fontaine. Like, I don't get it. Estella, Oliver, Minette. Oh, there's Fremine!
This is our current abode.
Oh, this your crib?
Ah, Fremine, you're home.
Fremine, excuse me.
Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
Oh, he got dripped too,
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon.
Father?
I suppose that can't be helped.
Father?
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Word?
Hello.
Was good.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Got a talented family.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
It's alright, go ahead. We can't hear what they're talking about? Yeah, what the hell? I thought we were supposed to get more drops.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption.
Little fishy going on, no pun intended.
Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
It's raining? I thought it never rained in Fontaine. What? You see dude running?
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago?
Yeah, literally just a moment ago.
Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
Okay, but where is the rain coming from? I mean, it's coming from their energy system. And I guess it generates water. That's why the sea levels continue to rise. But where's the rain coming from? How does it pour down rain like this? That's what I can't get my head around.
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine.
There's always a dragon,
but
right?
we don't know where the dragon went. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Another one? The elemental dragon of Fontaine?
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something.
Oh, what the hell you gonna try?
Hydro dragon, don't cry!
Yeah, that didn't do a damn thing. Top of waypoint right there.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
Alright, so it does stop.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus.
Araneus?
I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Okay, so tomorrow we're going.
Are you leaving now?
The hell are we gonna
What
stay?
is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there?
Alright, so we're going to another place too. The
I'm
workshop.
afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
You're good, bruh. It's
I'll think
alright.
of a way to make it up to you.
It's alright.
Oh, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Okay. We get to walk around Fontaine. I want to get as many statues as I can. Where is this one? I'm trying to find it. But I also want to look around, bro. Because look at this freaking place. Like... yo. All the NPCs are gone. Because it's nighttime, I guess. Wait. Oh, it's all the way up there. How the heck do you get up there? Alright, I guess we'll continue then. We'll go to the Beaumont workshop, or Bobo workshop.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Yeah, there's someone literally right in front of you.
Oh, hello there. New customers?
Estelle.
Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Magic pouches? Boxes?
Ah, these must be for magic pockets.
Pockets.
I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Hey, we gotta pay up. I got 18.5 million more ready on deck.
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount, but they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
Probably.
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
I'd probably say so.
Hey, is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Yeah, it looks like a blacksmith. Is she the blacksmith?
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology. And wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Indemnitium or whatever it's called.
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you, but basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium.
Indemnitium.
It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Indemnitium. Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Yeah, please.
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's
What
belief in justice
the hell?
and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
The Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. Bro, she went straight from English to French in a freaking heartbeat.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
The gods rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh, yeah. So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia.
Pneumosia. I think we know a little bit about
It
this.
isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature.
Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
What it is?
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
Who the hell is you? Confrati of Cabriere Enforcer.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Are these the dudes in the sewer area, the underground?
Huh? You.
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Well, actually, I don't know. Should we just dip and have her be on her own? That doesn't sound right.
Hey, hold on.
Oh!
Before you go around trying to collect payments,
He's here already?
why don't you settle your own debts first.
Oh, I didn't know he'd be here already. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we saw him in the trailer. The music? Oh, the jazz. Oh, we better get some more jazz in this game, bro.
If
I am
Confrérie of
so
Cabriere
down.
wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of more.
Oh.
So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation
Where
here?
did Kai even pull up from?
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Okay. So.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
And he just completely forgot, and now they're probably gonna dip.
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Fontaine really is a curious place.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now. And honestly, things have been pretty boring.
Bruh.
But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Trevor?
I don't mind a little excitement every now and then.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
He said, get your ass out of here.
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
He will destroy you.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
They did.
Can you at least let me finish one sentence?
They gonna die.
Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients.
He getting rough with the clients.
You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Okay, bet.
I'm sure this won't take long.
Oh, we fighting? Fontaine battle music!
You can run, but you can't hide. Tidal wave. Yeah.
Oh, his feet, bruh! Oh, this is so nice!
Yeah.
Yep, that ended very quickly.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
What? Wait, what was that?
Now's my chance!
Excuse me? Oh! What did he just do?
Huh. That was weird.
What the hell is happening, though? What? Okay, his thing, like, lit up with, like, water around it. And then he was like, now's my chance. When he was going to try to take his vision?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them.
Well,
Maybe
off they
there's
go.
Something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that What
The
happened?
music.
First time Paimon's ever
Everyone
heard of someone losing
shut
control
up.
of their vision.
That's freaking fire.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
You better not use that thing too often.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see its work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Bruh. What that mean?
What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself, but recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
It has to do with maybe it has to do with the belief system here in Fontaine.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
So about this power, do you have an idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk.
Skirk?
She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques.
I've heard this melody before.
One time,
What was that?
I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice.
I don't remember
From what
the
I can
song's
make
from.
of her answer, it was...
It's the song that I'm thinking of, I think. It is, but it's in night mode, I think.
Because
Or-
I had
don't know.
awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss.
Ooh,
In
good.
my dream, I was in the
I'm
deepest
tired.
depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
It's the tune. It's the tune I've been wanting to hear. I just remember I just snack with me. Okay, here we
A
go.
whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
Probably.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers.
Oh.
It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as
Child
inspiration
lore.
for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
Oh, it still goes! Oh, this song is too heat. I'm sorry. No. It's like the main song for... Nah, I'm done. The power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss.
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
Okay, child.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
Probably.
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Clorend.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist.
Wait, really?
The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point.
Dang.
So engaging
how they
in such
get
a duel is
down?
regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Oh, man.
Though
That's
it's rumored
crazy.
that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your
Dude,
life?
I'm trying to focus, but this music is insane.
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorinde.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
She's that baddie at the front.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Another gift? What? Your vision?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it.
I think some people were saying that Child didn't have his vision in the trailer. Like, some people noticed that, because I didn't. And that's why he used his delusion against New Valette.
Besides,
and now he's giving
I
it
just
to us
need
for
you
that
to hold
reason.
on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Okay, well, I hope that doesn't bite us in the back.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
I mean, what's the problem with that?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Okay, see you later, I guess.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, seems we don't have much to do for now. We might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
I could not be more down for that. Oh. Okay, we don't actually get to walk around. Dang it! I want to explore!
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw that twist coming.
Wait, we were reading a whole
Murder
book?
mystery novels here are amazing.
Never thought I'd enjoy this day. I would enjoy reading.
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel.
I guess so.
It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. What the hell?
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm good, cuz.
Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Lenny's performance soon?
Yes.
It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going.
New Valette!
Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranias.
Okay.
So let's go ride the Aqua then.
Okay, I have to... Wait, we get to ride the Aqua... Oh my god! We have to get this. I have to get this statue. It's pissing me off, and I need to go get it. Oh, okay, teleport waypoint. We'll take that. Easy clap. There it is. Okay, we made it. We made it. Finally. Oh, and there's a world quest right there, too. We can... Okay, yeah, we're at the top.
Time to go.
See a whole area over there. All right, another statue to 7. Here we go. The map opens up. Oh, my goodness. Look at all the freaking waypoints. What? Oh, my gosh. Okay, a lot of them are underwater, though. Available. Okay, that means that's a world quest. And we actually missed, like, an entire... We missed like an entire little area over here, but we will definitely get to that in a later date. Okay, so now we gotta go now we gotta go over here. Why is... Wait, we can walk up here? Okay, there's definitely something around here, for sure. Oh, this is the waterway hub. Okay. Is this it right here? Looks like it. Wait, it's not. It's up higher. I mean, damn, I'm gonna have to do some mad parkour over here, bro. Okay, is this it? Okay, here we go. Wait for the aqua bus. Nice! Did we just get in? Wait, how do we get in? Oh, here we go. Fontaine. Okay, sit. Okay, I think we have to talk to her. How do you do? When does the... Immediately. Oh, pff, okay. There's a thing over there. Yo!
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan.
Hi!
The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat.
Oh, we get to... Okay, yeah, we're
operator
going
is
to
not
this. We're going through this.
For any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so.
Yo, look at that mountain all the way over there, dude.
Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself.
What is that? That looks like Stormtear's lair, bro.
The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese.
There's a Shrine of Depths right
If
there.
you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky.
Huh?
An experiment gone wrong.
That's Celestia.
New sightseeing opportunity.
Celestia's right there.
Ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
Dude, oh my gosh. Oh, there's the underwater area. Yay! That I'm so excited.
We are now approaching our final destination.
Oh, okay.
Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark.
That's such
Even though
Okay,
I will
damn,
take
keep
any
talking.
forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens.
I am so excited to go to your town.
Please be careful when disembarking.
Your village.
It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip.
Perfect time
Thank
to yawn. Hey, does she do that every single time? Get me off. Welcome to Fontaine. All right. That was so sweet. I love that. Look at... it's so beautiful, man. It's just... Yes. There's a Hydroculus up there. We'll definitely get that. We'll get that when we do our exploration. I don't know if I'm going to do like a full exploration video or if I'm going to do that all offline, off recording. But I'm definitely doing these Archon quests and stuff on camera, or at least that's the plan. Okay, we'll grab this one. This one's really easy. Boom. Thank you very much. Dude, oh my god, this place is insane. It's so pretty. I can't get over how pretty this is. It's so simple. Look at the doggy. It's doggy. Oh, don't follow me. I'll be sad. No. No, I'm okay. I'll talk to you later. I'll come back for you. I promise. Oh my gosh, dude. Nah, this is too good, man. This is too good. What is that, bro? Is that on the map? My boys, I don't think that's on the map yet. Okay, so there are things that we don't have access to just yet that we can actually see. I like when they do that, so we kind of get like a tease for what's going on. Fontaine of Lucine? Is that what that said? Oh, this is the courthouse. Oh, this was like one of the first views that we got. Yes! Arenia's Whirling Dance added to the archive. Holy freaking...
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Yeah, same. Oh. Is that Inazuma drip right there?
It needs a more romantic
Goated. Like, I've been here for probably an hour, and I'm in love.
Whoa! Now this is fancy!
Yes.
The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it.
That little walk right there, yes. Like, I can't. I'm overwhelmed.
Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid,
Oh.
there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Well, that's cute.
Maybe this
Mean
is
who?
one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Who that is? The hell? What? Oshinit?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
What the freak? What are you talking about? Did you just say something?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Absolutely. Whose voice
Welcome
was
to
it?
the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, what's good?
All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Oh, okay. Fountain of Lucine. I said Fontaine of Lucine. It's fountain.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you. Remember?
Right.
I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
Bruh.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
Okay.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
When she's not around him?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges.
That's a view, dog.
Even the tears that fall to the ground
So
will
nice.
eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Okay.
So, what did the voice say?
It was calling out someone's name, Vacher.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
They died.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Okay, we're going inside. Let's go. Hey, hey. Yo, y'all got hella dogs, bro, and hella drip. Reporter. Oh, that's a Steambird reporter. Yeah, he's kind of got the same drip as Charlotte. It's a Melazine. Aif? I don't know how to... Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yes.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Oh, yes.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house.
Oh, you already know we
Wait
lit.
just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
Front row.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats.
Good to know.
And here are your tickets.
Okay. Sweet.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
I'm more of a balcony kind of guy, but I'll get lit with front row too.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey,
Who was
Lenny,
that? Oh.
could you come over here and take a look at this?
What's going on?
I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
All right, best get busy.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats.
Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Yes. Get your ass inside, boy. Get your ass in there. Oh my goodness. Wait, okay, is this the court and the performance area? Do they do both here? Yo, they went off in the studio, bro. Nouvelette's right there!
These should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Nouvelette is right there, bro! He's coming in 4.1. We already know that. Hi. And there's no one else here. Hello. Hi?
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
Why are we not used to this right now? We always talk to new people. And second of all, Paimon, how did we get a seat for you when you're not sitting? Even though you definitely could. Okay. Isn't that usually your job?
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
I'm not even gay, but bro, man. Okay, I'm sorry.
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Okay. Very, surprisingly friendly.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's...
Oh, my...
Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
Look at his just... Bro. If I was a whale, I'd be pulling for you, bro. But I'm not, because Arlecchino, unless she's not playable. See, I don't even know about that yet, so... Anyway, this is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
That's all you needed to say, bro.
It is an honor to meet you two.
Good Lord,
I have
have
heard
mercy
of your deeds
on my
across Tibet.
soul. It's his voice. He got the Zhongli kind of riz going on. I love me some Zhongli.
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet?
Nervillet.
Could he be?
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is.
Nervillet.
Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Please remain from levity in the court, head-ass boy. Yo, if he sits up there when the performances are happening... Oh, no, he probably doesn't. He probably sits where he was just sitting. He probably sits up there for trials.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
Are you kidding me? Look at how he looks and the drip and everything. He looks like a freaking dragon.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really.
Oh, dude, I actually can't with his voice, like...
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to, There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while.
Hey, you've been there for quite some time just watching us, haven't you?
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Oh, if she's not getting attention, okay. How you doing?
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
There's no one here!
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
There's no one else here!
Alright, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Okay, it hasn't started, okay.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
Crowds enter the venue and the curtains open for the show to begin. Okay. Everybody here now. Okay, let's get it.
Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Alright, Paimon, damn, chill your ass out!
Sorry.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Where the damn music at? Oh, there it goes, okay.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
What the Marionette?
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Alright, we already know this is going to be a mess because it was shown in the trailer.
Without further ado,
but
let the show begin.
Let's see how it goes down.
Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Oh. Cutscene?
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Ooh, okay, Linny, okay. Houseway. Alright, Linny. Alright, Chris Angel 2. Still going? Oh, no, that's too late. Oh my goodness.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before.
Bars.
So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
Oh.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Oh, it's not gonna go well. Oh, the chlorine everywhere, bruh. We all know what happens here.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Oh, what?
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she got her clothes on. Okay. That was kind of heat. Okay. Okay, never mind. I thought it like crashed down on us, so that must be later down the line then, because that went fine.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
Yeah, no wonder he's a famous
If we
magician.
could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Exactly.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here.
Word on God.
The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
Okay.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
Oh boy, I wonder who it's gonna be.
Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
I bet you do.
Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute.
Is that the thief?
Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
Is that the thief?
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
The hell is that? Is that the...
Okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
What's happening?
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Neverlet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Maybe he's just completely, supremely confident in his abilities.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage?
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24, 23!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19, 18, 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
Another cutscene?
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Yo! Okay! Oh, nah! What the? Where's the thief? That's a thief, ain't it? Oh, shit.
Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
About that.
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
She did.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice!
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
I don't think there was anyone inside there.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
What?
His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linney's magic troupe.
It was a girl, no?
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank,
Oh,
which then
my.
caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
Oh my... Wait.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
Yeah, he must have gone inside the box, but where did the
And
girl
after an initial
go?
search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
She's the damn thief from earlier.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Huh?
The serial disappearances case?
Okay, somebody's behind that because what the hell just happened?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
Is it our Lachino?
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
I mean, I don't blame her completely.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Linny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show,
somebody pushed him in.
Like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He is suspect at most, I'm sorry.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I definitely don't think it's Linney, but...
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
Excited audience member? I don't know if you excited no more.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler.
My God.
You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
Yeah.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
It wasn't even that crazy.
But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
I guess so.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order.
Just like that, huh?
Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside
Those
for a
kids
moment,
here, bro.
I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Yes.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House.
Oh.
Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth.
Bro.
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
They should have been out here in the hottest of minutes.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time.
I will mentally whoop your ass.
I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah, alright. Then.
Linney!
Man, that was tough.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Bruh, dude died, bro. Like, that's like the worst thing to ever happen.
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal.
Rest in peace, Simon Cowell.
I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No.
Good to hear.
Ain't no way, bro.
Thank you so much for trusting me.
Ain't no way, bro.
I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point.
But if it wasn't him, who the heck?
If you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries.
Unless it's just an accident.
Such that all that's left is confusion.
But it wouldn't be... But Genshin wouldn't do that. Make all this big deal just for it to be, oh, you know, it was just an accident.
I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box.
So my biggest thing, my best thought right now is someone pushed him in the box. But the fireworks got set off. Who set off the fireworks? But that was part of the act, right?
As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did.
She's working for Arlecchino. She got out, pushed him in the box, dipped. Just saying. That's it.
Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
When did you... What?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Paimon, someone just got bodied on stage and you out here making jokes.
It wasn't from our travel funds.
Well, our 18.5 million Mora, you know. I think we can compensate for that.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
She does look cute, but like, why are we joking around right now? Somebody just got bodied on stage.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now.
Bro.
I need to get back to my normal self.
Your homie just got...
But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Never been an attorney a day in my life. I don't know how the hell this...
Thank you so much.
I don't know how this is gonna go. I will not let your ass down though.
Yeah, just leave it to us.
Paimon, take them damn glasses off.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Okay.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
I've never seen her move like that. What? What just happened, bro? Somebody got bodied on stage.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Yeah, a bit too late for that, I'm afraid.
Huh? What do you mean?
Paimon, take them off, the glasses.
Come with me and you'll see.
What?
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal.
Yep. Got bodied.
Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Here we go. Why was he inside?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and we're
dang, they got him drawn out
of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
I mean, we just met, like, a couple hours ago.
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
I mean, I can't even lie. Personally, I feel a little forced into this, but, you know, I'll do it. I ain't got nothing else to do. This is a pretty important situation right now.
I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
But that's not always true.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
The heck is this? A case record? To confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation? Wait, is this like a permanent gap? What? You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them? Use the perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated with a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Indicates the fireworks launched at the tail end of the match performance set the rope dangling to the water tank and light, causing it to fall and kill Cowell, who was within it. It seems evident that Linny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for victim being Cowell and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain mysteries. The deceased identity. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cowell. He was well trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. This is getting serious. Okay, so brother just got bodied right here. Examine white line. This is where the magic box was struck. So can we use that? Case records can be opened quickly while navigating.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Didn't realize this was a safety concern.
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material!
Oh, really?
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Seems to be flammable like a type of flash cotton, so who made the rope?
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Paimon should write all this down. Let's take notes.
Special rope. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown where that location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. So did someone put the flammable material on the rope, or was it already that section already made? Okay, Maurice.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is?
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure at work lately,
the singer?
which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Alright, appreciate you, Cuh.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Information about the missing lady's identity. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She is known to have entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Linny's magic troupe. How strange! Is she...
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations. What?
Oops, I didn't mean to...
This rope was obviously tampered with. Why would it be him? How strange. Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
But would Arlecchino be messing with, like, these these younger girls? I don't know, that doesn't sound right. Okay, there's another one here. Damaged box. Broken box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. I mean, yeah, it's really heavy. Quentin?
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh, they went in and messed with it.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance.
Why would he do that?
In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Okay, thanks. Sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
I kind of did think about the random number selector, maybe, that it had to do something with it. I don't think he would tamper with it, though. I'm sorry. I just don't think so. Alright, what's over here? Is this her seat? Where's her seat at? Isildur?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
What's your drip?
If you find any new and interesting leads,
that looks like
be sure to share them with me, all right?
That looks like the damn underground people working on stuff.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Or he's just a
Why
mechanic.
don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. It all started with that loud thud.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a noise happening. Okay, well, wait. Okay, somebody was definitely tampering with it. I think, really, because we heard that loud ass thud. We were like, "The hell was that?" And then Linny, something was happening inside Linny's box. Oh.
The thud?
Remember, he was like, "Oh, I can barely see."
That happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that.
Yeah, I just had a thought. I said that the Halsey got taken by Arlecchino, but that's not what I suggested in the first place, so I scrapped that. I'm sorry. I said that she works for Arlecchino. It's definitely out there. It's definitely not... I mean, I don't know who else it could be, to be honest. My biggest thought it being Arlecchino is because from the Overture Final Feast teaser, she was there in the Opera House with Linny and Lynette. So, you know, I feel like there's some kind of connection.
And when the pyrotechnics went off,
and also I love
cut the
Arlecchino's
rope,
looks and
sending the water tank crashing down.
Badass, so.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Strange sound of the maggot show. Maggot show? Magic show. Okay, and then there was something over here, right? What is... Oh, this was the other box. Yeah. Why is this still sitting here? Looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Yeah, I guess we have to find out. Oh, we can't actually figure it out? That's a damn shame. Okay, there's something all the way up here, though, at the start. Okay, they're talking to Molly. Oh, okay, we have to go to the entrance? Really? Oh, okay, that's lit.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Navia!
I'm keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Navia, we need her here right now?
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If
Look
I'm
at
not
her
mistaken,
bodyguards.
you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth.
Yo, Navia
No.
is so fine, bro.
And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Ooh.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
That's your little fashion line, ain't it?
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
That's
So
good.
those who play by our rules call me boss.
Damn!
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
Fine as hell.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
Where's her vision?
No need.
She's a
You don't have
Geovision,
to
right?
call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial
Oh my
disappearance
god, those
cases.
thighs, bro. I'm
My
sorry.
interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any
Oh, I see it.
evidence whatsoever.
I see her vision.
Doesn't she?
It's on her left arm. It's right here.
But that's
there it
not
is.
uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that...
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial should be treated like any entertainment.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I, too, think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants? Oh, well,
I could be your assistant all day.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on...
I have nothing to add.
Bruh.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Okay, way to introduce a new character, I guess. Okay, we can talk to this Melusine right here. Tristane.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
I'm not trying to leave.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
She's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
Yo, I have to say objectively, I think they're already better than the Aranara because they have voice lines.
So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck, but still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
I guess that's your job, right?
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
I mean, there must have been some other weird-ass way to dip out of the joint. Entrances, exits into the Opera House. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. So, Halsey, she couldn't have left. Alright,
We checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
I just kind of noticed, I don't know why this just hit me, but I have yet to see a single chest in Fontaine. I've yet to see a single chest. Maybe there are no chests.
You may spare the pleasantries.
Or maybe they're all underwater.
I'm just doing my job.
I didn't see any in the city.
We've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh?
Alright.
Below stage?
Yes, a
Below
world of
stage.
secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
I knew there had to be some outlandish shit going
But
on.
before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Well, let's... Well, huh? What?
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Is it just like a moving...
You're still far from discovering the answer.
Back at the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Right.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Going under the stage?
Oh!
What
So there
the?
was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the 2 boxes together. Dang, you did a lot for this one performance.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Okay, so then what about your side?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
A what?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand.
Bruh.
When the countdown
Okay, so
began,
that was part
I
of the
had already
script.
gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
Smart.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins.
Wait, what?
All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Wait, what?
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow!
Bruh.
Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Yeah, a lot of thought was
Lynette
put
would
through
briefly
this.
walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
Oh, okay.
And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Yeah, that's the weird-ass
We
part.
really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
The magic trick. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box. Inside of a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear in which Lynette and Linny's clothes remain hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Linny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. Damn, okay, the magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. Yeah. Okay. Examine control board. It should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Okay, so...
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Okay, maybe it was...
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear?
I don't think that's relevant.
And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Yeah, okay. Definitely write that down. Clothing. Oh, whoops. Nope. Oh, clothing. Clothing.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Lenny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change. That's not what she was wearing,
And
Halsey.
do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
The hell happened to your glasses?
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
I think this is pretty fun. The clothes belonging to Halsey. Wait, that is her clothes? Were found in the tunnel? Wait, that is her clothes? Okay, there's something here as well. High precision is required to complete this magic show. Examine tracks, and tracks are perfect for making the trailers down. Okay.
Huh. What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Lenny didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Oh no.
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
A rope that has fallen to the ground, a metal hook that has been tied to one of the rope. Its use is unclear. Alright, what else is around here? The ladder? Ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above.
Why would it be him? We all heard that noise. The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. Well, there was no chance Paimon could have seen that the box had 2 layers. And that's why only the 2 of them can perform this trick. Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew, that must have been a lot of work.
Okay, there's only 2 left. Are they all down here, though? I think I still have to go down this way. Okay, yes. There's storage boxes. All kinds of props and costumes or haphazardly stuff inside. Examine trolley. Trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. Event?
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Uh-oh.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Oh boy.
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
And Lenny and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
Tunnel vent. This tunnel vent looks like it could allow 1 person passage barely, but leaving along with the missing lady seems like an unrealistic prospect. Honestly, that looks like her only escape route.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Okay,
Yes, let's head back up.
I can't open my book. Okay, return to surface level.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
And this is why cameras were invented.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation.
What if it was Clorend?
All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
What if it was Clorend?
In other words, the charges
That's the only
are
other
very
person I
likely
could
to be
think of.
upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced.
Indemnitium.
The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice.
Like, how is that possible?
To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
We gotta stay here, bro?
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so,
fair.
It could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
You trying to take me out already, girl? Hold on, we just met now.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding, just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
What, she can make food? She can cook? Hold on, that's wifey material right there. Where the hell are we going? Backstage?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
No way, this is a new gadget. Wait, no, this already exists, doesn't it?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Okay.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment.
That looks fire,
You'll
though.
Taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a spina di Rusula thing. Rosula thing. I don't freaking know how to say it. Navia methodically handles the ingredients.
And
Oh.
Paimon thought it smelled good while
Are
it
those,
was still in the oven.
macaroons?
Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling.
Can you take the damn... She ain't gonna take the damn glasses off. Macaroons? You know, I've never had one, but they don't look too bad, you know.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not what quite what Paimon's meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way.
Hold on!
It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
Oh, I said macaroons. Macarons, I'm sorry.
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven.
Only 3?
Paimon. Paimon.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head.
They look big as hell.
You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong
Pink
black tea
tea?
with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
I hope you're getting paid good, bro. Being her assistant, or bodyguard, basically. You look like a damn bodyguard.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with two other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, excuse me, I guess that makes sense.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person, but the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic tricks work, unless she did.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
She's been waiting to say that.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
There's some on the damn tray you ate too. Don't be slick.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat.
Unless somebody took them, the thief.
No big deal.
The thief.
Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Oh, no need to do that.
We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Better be more than a hobby. Better be a damn job. Better be bread.
That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Third person being involved. Neither Kyle or Halsey had a motive, but after talking to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. So then what the hell?
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case.
Alrighty. Next day, I'll just do this.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Here we go. Oh, we're up there? Oh, we're up there.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Pretty damn well.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
Okay, or disappointing.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well,
now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence, but don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are
Oh,
present,
there he is.
I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Oh, okay. That's so that we got one there, and then Fiorina there, and the new Valette at the top. Okay, okay. Oh wait, there's people here. I bet you these little things are gonna move up and down depending on who believes who.
Firstly,
That's
in order
cool.
for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Okay, we get a demonstration.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Objection!
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Liddy not know about that sound? Because he was in the box.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales.
I knew it.
Could those mean...
They represent the stands.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
Oh, you going there?
The House of the Hearth?
They're Fatui? Hey, whoa! Where is this?
No wonder they did something like this.
Where is this going? No, they're orphans, are they not? From Arlecchino's place.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
That means it's Arlecchino. Oh my god!
I've got a feeling that what happened
that's
on
real.
stage probably wasn't just an
Oh
accident.
no, it obviously was not.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
What are you thinking, Traveler?
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
All-nighter? This woman don't sleep.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
They're Fatui?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, Allow me to reestablish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Looks so. There's no doubt about Magician's ability to con others, given how Letty has concealed his identity. This could have all been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here as Fontaine along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now...
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh, Lord. It ain't looking good.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
My client was held some key information.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are some things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
They're not.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
1 hour?
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
What the hell is going on?
Well,
shit getting crazy.
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Explain yourselves.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Vitui several times before.
Several times
I
before.
wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Man.
The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Okay, but how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Well, we have Child, so, I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask.
We're Arlecchino.
We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
So he went into the vent?
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Okay, what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Someone's voice?
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
Was it the voice that we heard? At the fountain?
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. But the countdown was
it was a
almost
real
finished,
person's
so
voice.
there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
I mean, we got kind of child as a homie,
Well,
so...
Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Watertight, get it, 'cause Hydro. Actually, we already had the key evidence we need.
Huh?
The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
When he claims that he headed up to the chamber containing the Oratrice core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place, thus did not hear the thud. Lindy claims to have heard a mysterious voice. Man, this is crazy. This is such a great introduction, though, to the courthouse and how everything gets down. Really liking this so far. Absolutely loving it. The brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Ugh, that took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Based on the opposition's accounts of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement? Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with the new inferences. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The Oratrice will display such shifts clearly. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. This is fire, bruh. What the freak? Oh, bro, what?
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
That's Cat.
He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
It has literally all Cat besides the first one.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
You literally don't know that, though, for real. Like,
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
Literally everything.
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Linny and Halsey's fight. Claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrice, did not witness the crime.
According to Linny, he left via the vent in the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Linny kidnapped Halsey. Linny knocked Halsey out using the vase and removed her clothes to prevent her from being identified. Was Linny really in the tunnel that time? No one left the opera house during the magic show. Lenny claims to have heard a mysterious voice, the young lady's clothes. Lenny must have been very confused when he saw them. No? This one? Nope. Strange sound during the magic show. Wait, what was the thing called again? It was about knocking him out. Lenny knocked out Halsey doing the vase. Was Lenny really in the tunnel at the time? Voice in the orchard. Okay, that's that one.
Lenny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Lenny knocked Cowell out. The existing evidence indicates that when we returned, the crime had already taken place, and all Lenny saw was... No, this one. Fuck. Okay, this one. Okay.
Lenny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Yeah, he was in there for quite some time.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
Talk to him.
Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Okay, and we're back to square one.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
It was pretty good.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Correct.
That's right!
Moreover, I believe that my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with a premeditated fashion.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claim?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Lenny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask?
But he wasn't in the box the whole time.
You're saying that he wasn't?
He was in the vent. Your claim has also become a critical clue, has now become my weapon. Choose the most reasonable... Tunnel vent, irrelevant. Okay, well, what the hell can I use? Oh, okay. Strange sound?
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Arlecchino or Chlorinde. No, Chlorinde probably has nothing to do with this. Select the gear icons in the interface to check with the corresponding case questions. Select answers and fill all the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you have made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you've answered all the questions correctly, you complete this logic chain. Okay, this kind of feels like... Ooh, okay. Kind of feels like the Sumeru dream kind of thing, or when he's thinking. The Gardas investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope. suspending the water tank above the stage. This causes the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. If Lenny is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work, by using a box inside of a box. The idea was for the box containing an audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use the tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. Okay, the clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yeah, that's true.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I'm really leaning towards Halsey because wasn't she the thief at the beginning?
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
I want to say it's a third person because it being Kroll is such a understate. It's such a disappointing answer.
Involved?
Damn it! So it really was one of these two?
The deceased's name is...
Was it you? It was Cowell?
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
And why? How can we envisage Lenny as having been troubled to interfere with the crime?
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that the sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Maybe
the deceased's name is
Cowell? Okay.
The sound we heard may have come from... No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances.
Right.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. No one entered or left...
Oh, damn, I got 3 wrong, bro. Okay.
It would have been tough for
Wait, do I have to do this? Oh, I'm stupid. I gotta answer the questions up top.
Bumped into Lenny as well.
How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel? This music goes stupid. Okay, how can I prove that there was an altercation?
The sound we heard may have come from a
This. Who was the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Where did the missing Halsey go?
The deceased's name is... Halsey's clothing was in...
What?
It would have been tough for...
Bruh, what else am I supposed to pick? Oh, shit. The criminal must have understood the methods behind Lenny's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting for the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would have been discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Yeah, where the hell did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
So are you, bruh.
Since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Escaping from the water tank. Could it have been the water? Huh?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Bruh, come on.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Okay, there's
The
only
sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Right.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Right.
Linny's
Where did the missing Halsey go?
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
What?
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette
What is the
escaped
water?
from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
So did Halsey did the same thing?
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
What?
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
Woman, I'm trying to figure this out.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
Damn, you're the damn Archon. I request that we examine Cal's personal effects.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
Kind of like this whole case.
But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps a new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Okay, what do they have?
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
Water?
The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
What?
The primordial sea.
Excuse me?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Bruh.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
Yo.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Okay, so then that takes me back to the machine that did the random number. Who made it that way? Was it Cowell?
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
I believe it.
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partner?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Oh, that's his thing for order.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yo, this is crazy, man. Oh my
If we uphold
it
this
just keeps getting better, bro.
I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
The liquid from the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Who is the prime suspect currently? Okay, it's still Cowell.
The deceased's name is...
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
The water from the primordial...
What item did the culprit use to dissolve Halsey? Wait.
The water from the primordial...
Wait. Stop. Stop!
The
I can't remove it?
The water from the primordial...
Oh, cancel choice. Okay.
Now it seems like the hook...
What item did the culprit use to control the timing?
Lynette was in the magic box. I remember there was something else within... The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the... Now it seems like the hook rope was not...
This? And then this?
The water from the primordial...
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
I remember there was something else with...
Let's go!
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Oh, Lord.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey.
What? Wait, really?
Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Yes, sir. Oh, we're back to square one again.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Probably.
What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Word?
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
What did he?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
What?
Bruh.
That can't be.
Hey, what the hell?
I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic.
How sway!
Oh, counterattack only to come back and wound you.
Oh, we ain't winning this, bro.
Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Ah, here we go again.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Okay, oh, I got it.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Oh boy.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
No.
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
I call cap.
Is this the end of the road?
No. Watch this.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this.
Bruh.
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
Are we finna take an L?
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Let's go, Nadia.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic?
Ma'am, what are you doing?
I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes.
Huh?
Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so
Y'all just got Halsey off the rip? What?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance?
No. No. If Cowell pulls up...
Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't
Or Halsey.
worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
What are you doing?
But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila.
What? What? Wait, but she has different clothes on.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
Fam, y'all finna whoop our ass in the court case now. This is not against us.
I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowell. I admit it.
What?
What? Why?
What did we just waste this hour and a half doing?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lillian.
Yeah, she a damn
And
singer,
I'm originally
bruh.
from Mondstadt.
What?
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
See, I told y'all she was the thief at the start. She stole a damn ticket from Ka at the beginning of the Maritime Harbor.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure.
We've seen the prison in the Overture Final Feast teaser.
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're practiced hand at concealment, probably.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective.
This is like take number 5 on this shit, dude. Okay, Lenny entered a tunnel. Well, there's not really much evidence for that, right? Unless there is. What was it? How would Halsey have reacted? This, right? Nope. Clothes? Nope. Okay.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Lily-Ann mistakenly thought she was about to be arrested, so she broke out of the box with immense strength, causing the loud sound. Okay. There was evidence proving that a fight did indeed break out.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lily-Ann and Cowell.
Lily knocked after the fight, then what did Halsey do? She changed her clothes.
Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel.
Can this be over now, bro?
Right on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
And scene. But we're back to square one again.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
So she swiped
two of them right under our noses.
What did I say?
About a sneaky thief.
What did I freaking say?
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
It all adds up.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What, are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments.
Let's go.
I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the
So
selector,
he
could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up
Why?
any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box.
Well, there's the hook.
When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Whoa. Whoa! What the heck is that?
As such,
A
Linny
verdict?
and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Let's go!
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Oh, yeah.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
What?
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes. I'll tell you everything I know.
So this dude's got a
Our
part of it
boss
too?
discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now.
Wait, who's your
and we've
boss?
made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea.
Who's the boss?
I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
Oh, wait, what? He turned into water.
Now he can no longer talk.
Farina just did that.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Oh, they got the... What just happened? Nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left after Vaughn dissolved. So that's what Farina can do?
We're just going back now?
The problem seems to have solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
That ended awfully.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
What now?
Winnie...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me.
Yeah.
That's all.
So we know they're orphans.
That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Oh, Father, wait, is actually Arlecchino, which is a girl, but she still goes by Father, because I guess that's just a... Oh, it's getting real.
Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth?
Yeah.
She's your father?
Oh, it's getting real.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever.
Right.
Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
Yeah.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was.
Ew.
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders
Yeah.
are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood. And the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
What?
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here.
Oh my gosh, dude. I think at some point we're gonna see the House of the Hearth.
I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
The knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans.
What are her plans, dude?
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it.
Oh?
She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Really?
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland.
That's the first time. Okay, it's Arlecchino, not Arlecchino, but it's gonna take a hot minute for me to get used to that.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand.
Bye, Linny.
Stay close and you will live.
Bro. We're not even done. I don't even think we're close to done.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
I'm sorry, Navia.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linny. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Right, we just got here, bruh.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
True, that was pretty fun.
It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Well, sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I feel you.
Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Alright, let's go.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Board?
Yes, Hotel de
We'll make
Board.
it just in time for dinner.
So in the special program...
Let's have our farewell meal!
Okay, so in the special program, we Wait, that was it? Offerings to the Fountain of Lucine. Offer the Hydro Sigils. Wait, that was it? Oh, okay, never mind. That was just Act 1. We're gonna stop right here. It's almost 12 o'clock midnight, so I've been recording for probably like a long time. 4 hours. I've been recording for 4 hours. I'm not even gonna go do anything else in the game. I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Guys, this quest is insane. I'm loving it so far. It's unique. I love the I love the fanciness and the beautifulness of this place. Really, really, really amazing. I'll upload Act 2 as soon as I can. I'm gonna record it I guess tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. All right.
Bye-bye.